Andrew Sheng and Xiaogang. Beijing, China Daily/Asia News Network. Corruption is a cancer to which no society is immune. It raised the death toll of Iran's recent earthquake, owing to substandard housing construction 10 years ago. It has afflicted the United States Navy, which is now investigating more than 60 admirals and hundreds more officers for fraud and bribery. And it has brought down countless governments. President Xi Jinping, a keen student of history, is well aware of the destructive potential of corruption, and has confronted the phenomenon head-on. But, as China's economy continues to modernize, much work remains to be done. Before reform and opening up were launched in the late 1970s, corruption in China was relatively petty, as the market's limited size constrained opportunities for administrative abuse. With the widening of the market, however, inadequate legislation and weak institutional safeguards facilitated increasingly brazen corruption and administrative abuses. But, as income and education levels rose, people became less tolerant of such abuses, increasingly demanding transparent and lawful delivery of basic public goods, from infrastructure and environmental protection to a fair distribution of income and opportunities. Recognizing the potential of corruption to undermine the legitimacy of the Communist Party of China, CPC, and the authority of the state, Xi has embarked on an anti-corruption campaign that is unprecedented in scale, scope, and depth. Over the last 5 years, that campaign has resulted in the dismissal, sanction, or other punishment of about 440 provincial-level officials, 8,900 municipal-level officials, 63,000 county-level officials, and 278,000 village-level officials. Also, some 58,000 individuals have been referred for further criminal investigation. Which means about 1.7% of the party's 89 million members, including tigers, high-level corrupt officials, and flies, lower-level officials, have been affected. But the campaign is far from over. At the 19th CPC National Congress in October, the party endorsed the setting up of a National Supervision Commission to consolidate and modernize the anti-graft agency, so that it will expand beyond party members to cover all officials exercising public power at all levels. But building robust and lasting anti-corruption institutions will not be easy, owing to the ability of corrupt officials to capture such institutions. Consider the kind of corruption in advanced economies exposed by the 2007-08 global financial crisis, in which vested interests secure the enactment of laws and regulations that entrench their own advantages. In the U.S., the Supreme Court's infamous Citizens United decision of 2010 encourages such outcomes, by allowing corporations and unions to spend unlimited sums anonymously to help secure the election or defeat of individual candidates. As a result of the decision, outside spending in the 2016 election cycle reached nearly $1.4 billion $19 billion, compared with less than $100 million $135 million, in the 2006 cycle. So corruption is not just a failure of the state, it is also closely linked to the failure of market, legal, and ideological systems.